Good morning, and what's up with the Quad Cities? We've got a new episode of Skylark live open mic, but it's not live if it's recorded. So we'll call it the Skylark recorded mic. Either way, got an update on last night and a little bit of a show for you. There were 17 comics and there were 14 people in the room, which means that there was more people than signed up than there were actual physical bodies in the building. It's kind of strange. We had a lovely group of people from out of town come in. We had a dude from Burlington, we had some people from Peoria, and I know the folks from Peoria from the jukebox, but the dude from Burlington, he was new. He was pretty funny too. Especially since he said that my jokes were reminiscent of Norm Macdonald. So I'm going to have to give him an extra favorable shout out, along with the other folks all in that picture last night, except for a couple of the comics left early, including the one that I happened to roast, who originally started the mic, but I was trying out some new general roast jokes that you could probably use on any heckler. But we don't have hecklers at this mic anymore. It's not, I mean, we do some, like Ben. Ben does a lot of crowd chatting. He like asks people questions, and then he'll go into his jokes and get heckled in the middle of his jokes. But which actually happened a few times last night. I gotta see if more people are interested in live streaming this. Also, I was supposed to check out the part number on that spotlight. Anybody get the number on that spotlight? Okay. Those are things that I'm going to write down and not talk about in the middle of what's up with the Quad Cities. What's up with the Quad Cities? This is definitely going to need some editing. So here is what little I recorded during my set of last night at the Skylark.
Convenient for him. Our last comic is about to come up here tonight. You guys have been absolutely terrific. We got one more comedian. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Iowa Jacob.
The moon is made of cheese, but people want to eat Uranus.
I told you that with confidence.
I'm wondering, how many times has there been an ass involved in an assassination? I tried to join a slap competition. I thought it was a booty slap. But they wouldn't let me bring my bass. El Kabong. I try out that one. I want to make some house music, but it's going to be better than everybody else's house music. And he's gone. So freaking he missed this. I'm going to tell it again at the end of the set. So I'm making some house music. It's going to be better than anybody else's house music, and I'm going to call it mansion music. But I'm not going to play it in LA because it's going to be too fire. It's kind of riffing. You know, it's good to see. You missed my house music joke, man. I'm going to tell it again at the end of the set, though. It's good to see Stevie Mo again. Stevie Mo and I go way back. I mean, I'm glad that he got this thing started here because it's good to see him trying to do something. I worry about him sometimes because he seems like he looks like when he yawns, he burps. He kind of seems like the kind of guy that people repeatedly tell him to ask for consent. Stevie Mo seems like the kind of guy that forgets the safe word. Okay, I thought that one was funny. Steve, he's not even here, so this kind of sucks. I was trying to roast him, but I'm not sure how much more I want to roast him. He look. You can tell him about this later, James. All right, word for word, right?
Yeah.
No, he's a cool guy. He looks like he's stuck on the first step of the stairs and the recovery program. Oh, I know. I've been confused lately because I've been getting a lot of ads for boner pills. And it's like the last thing I need is more boners. I mean, I'm having a hard time getting rid of the boners I already have. And I tried calling my doctor, but she said I'm not her type. So I got some, and I'm thinking that they'll help in the bedroom, but the instructions didn't say that the blue chews, you're not supposed to use a spittoon. For boners. I mean, I've been getting a lot of ads for boner pills. And it's like the last thing I need is more boners. I mean, I'm having a hard time getting rid of the boners I already have. And I tried calling my doctor, but she said I'm not her type. So I got some, and I'm thinking that they'll help in the bedroom, but the instructions didn't say that the blue chews, you're not supposed to use a spittoon. Turns out she's not aroused when I hawk to. Alright, we're gonna rework that out. You gotta go to church, right? These days you gotta go to church and do churchy stuff, and I don't know, you go when you're a kid because they tell you to, and when you're an adult, you gotta find a message that you can connect with, like you gotta obey that Orthodox chip on your shoulder and go to church. I'm shoehorning.
Yeah, I know that.
So you gotta go to church, right? And it's hard to find a priest that you can actually understand, that you can connect with. You can understand their message, it's kind of like trying to find a life partner. So I got this dating app, but it's for churches. So you can swipe left, and you can swipe right, till you're ready to swipe up, down, left, right. And you can find that perfect profile. Of course, there will be the ones that you don't like. You'll be like, oh, this priest is holding up a fish. That's why I stuck that one in. And then you can be like, oh, this priest has got a truck. We can use that for the rummage sale. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I got enough time for this one. It was kind of weird because I was trying to make some dinner, and I tried to make some manwich, and my ex-girlfriend, she's like, we want it to be fancy, you need to listen to me. And she's like, I'm like, okay, we'll call it manwich. I don't know. If you like these jokes, you can find me on OnlyFans at $100,000 Pyramid. Or you can come back to the Skylark next week.
All right.
I was the last of 17 comics, and most people went there full time. A couple people went over their time. And I noticed, I almost paused it. I played it back. I could hear somebody yawn. And I yawned too. Before my set, like 3 people before my set. I didn't mean to do that. It's just, there's so little oxygen in there. We get 20 people in this one room. And there's something about how there's not enough ventilation or recirculation or something. I don't know. We gotta friggin' figure out the oxygen levels down there. 'Cause for some and I don't know. Maybe it's just because people are all scattered? No. I mean, we're all in a small room. So, because there's seats in the middle and seats around the outside. And most people sit around the outside. Around the outside. And to be fair, the seats around the outside are padded. The other ones are just covered folding chairs. But they actually put some nicer chairs in the middle, so I'll give them that. It's actually kind of comfortable to sit in the middle now. Okay. Um, I played that boner pill joke back for a reason. Oh, James is the only one who's old enough to know what a spittoon is and young enough to well, hip enough to understand the Hawk 2 reference. I was kind of in the middle of writing a joke and that slowed me down because I was like old enough but also new hip enough because I got a new hip. I'm gonna write it down. Maybe we can build it out. I'm old enough but hip enough because I got a new hip. So I got this idea for some kind of little newscast. What's up with the Quad Cities? That way, when people miss out on an open mic or something, they can kind of get an idea of what happened that night. And I'm still trying to put together the structure for it. I like What's Up with the Quad Cities because it's WUWQC. WUWQC. And let's see, I wonder if I could set the background picture. I could probably switch that to the picture of everyone, and then I can talk about them. Boom. Okay. Zoom. Yeah, these pictures don't always work out. Sometimes they do. I've been trying to be more active in my pictures and stand forward in the front. Because I'm tall, I'm always in the back, and I'm just back there. Like this gentleman here, Mr. Walker. Gene Walker, I think. He had me look up his name. And I did look up his name. And Gene Walker, that is correct. He had some funny jokes, too. That was hilarious. And then he goes up there and he does this joke that is very similar to another comedian's joke. And this dude's from like 150 miles away. And this other guy, he's, around here, he's been doing this joke for, I don't know, a while. And then this guy he went up and did almost the same joke. And so it was kind of awkward. But you could tell it wasn't the same joke. It was just there was some of the same punchlines in there. And let's see. Is that Shannon Trimble? I can't tell. It's so out of focus. And then there's Cassie. She's one of the hosts. And that's Sarah Smolina. She's from Peoria. And there's John Bonass. He's from Peoria too. And there's Manny Garza. He's from Peoria too. So I think the four of them came up in a car or bus or flying carpet. It was warm out yesterday. This is Wolf Monster. Sean the Wolf Monster. He's unique. He he comes with unique outfits. For example, he had glasses with weird patterns on them. He's got mutton chops. He's got a big, like, I don't know what you call the hat, but he probably knows what it's called. And he's wearing a duster with lots of buckles. Sometimes he wears a wolf mask, helmet, face thing. And he goes by Sean the Wolf Monster. This is Josh Plant, which is so interesting that his name is Josh Plant because he's tall and skinny like a corn plant. Just putting that out there, Josh. I mean, I'm tall too, but you're skinnier than me, and you're more planty because your name is Plant. What is the deal with my hair being all swoop-de-doo? It's trying to compete with Colin. Or not, no. Conan. Conan O'Brien. Oh yeah, where is Colin? Wasn't in this picture. He must have left. And JD Spetz and Ben Woodfield aren't in the picture either. They must have headed back to their hometown. Then Jared McCormick, he's over there. He's been coming to the mics, and he's funny because he writes new jokes. He's up there like, all right, let me try. We got this joke, and he tries it. This joke, and he tries it. A lot of times, new people they go more off of their performance, and that actually works. I am not much of a performer. You saw me up there. I was trying new jokes. And he's kind of like that. So I guess I kind of recognize that. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Then there's James Draper. He was the host. He's the host every third week. And Cassie is the host every third week. And Starman is the host every third week, which I can't see him in the picture. Anyways, those were the people at the mic. And that's what's up with the Quad Cities. There's also a mic coming up at the Gallery Lounge behind Doll Ford in Davenport. And that is Friday night. The doors open when the bar opens, which is, I don't know, probably like 6 or maybe like 2. I'm not sure when the bar opens. But the show starts at 8 o'clock. And usually there's only like 6 comics there. So it's a short show. And sometimes we'll do an 8 o'clock show and a 9 o'clock show. Because then other comics will show up and other comics will leave. So we'll have like 5 people for the first show. Take a break. 5 people for the second show. It's a lot of fun. I have really been enjoying the gallery. It was a little stressful doing it every week, and every other week gets confusing, but doing it once a month makes it special. I'm excited. I'm excited to go to that one. It's going to be fun. And that is this Friday. And then next Tuesday, we have The Broken Saddle, and we have Gypsy Highway. I'm going to try and do that one again. Oh, shootsicles. Next week we also, let's see, next Thursday, I'll be doing the Rock and Gem show at the library in Port Byron. Bring the kids. They can split a geode. That'll be fun. We're going to make little geode necklaces after we break them open. And then I have a show, but that's not for a couple weeks. 3 shows. Whew. Gonna come fast. All right, we're gonna make this thing happen. This is gonna be cool. A lot of stuff coming up. A show March 17th at the View. A show again March 10th or May 10th at the View, but March 17th. And then I have a show March 21st in Knoxville with Red Hot Brian Scott in the morning, and Central Theater presents stand-up comedy live, featuring Iowa Jacob, James Draper, JT Cage, host Pubali Kundu, and a bucket pull for a chance to be on stage to tell your favorite joke, which means it could also star you. March 29th at 4 p.m. Tickets are $20 with free small pop and popcorn at the door. Tickets are $20 at the door with free small pop and popcorn. Something along those lines. We'll make a new newsy commercial. Man, there is so much editing I'm gonna have to do. What's up, Quad City? I gotta get a backdrop or something. We're gonna make this a production. It's gonna be very news-esque, and I'm gonna be wearing like a suit and tank top. Maybe a tank top suit. That'd be pretty sweet. Like a collar, a low collar. It'll look classy. Maybe some cufflinks on my ears, like a genie. I'll be back eventually to talk about more things, including stand-up, comedy, and what's up with the Quad Cities.